Hello everyone. In today's video, we're going to be doing part 2 of my NewEgg custom PC build. So, to start off, after I deleted the things that we've already went over and all the things that I've already bought, my subtotal is now down to about $405. So I've spent about $185 already into this PC build. So the first thing I want to talk about today is accessories. This is it's just a computer blue LED that you can put inside your computer. You can get all kinds of things like this, all different colors of lights, all different kinds of accessories to put inside your PC. I'm just going to get this to add some extra light. Next is a very not so important, but it is important which graphics card you get. You don't necessarily need a graphics card as long as your motherboard has ports, like a VGA port or a DVI port or HDMI port on the back of it. But this video card is the Asus GT630 GeForce 632 gigabytes video cache and 128-bit DDR3 PCI Express 2.0. That's another important thing. When buying a video card, you want to make sure your motherboard has the slot to hold your video card, and this is it's a PCI Express 2.0 x 16 input, and my motherboard has that. And this also has a VGA, DVI, and HDMI ports, so I can have up to 3 monitors coming off of this graphics card, and then my motherboard, which was the Foxconn that I showed you guys in part 1, has a VGA and DVI port, so I can have up to 5 monitors on this PC if I wanted to. But I do plan to have at least 2, but at the most 3, but most likely just 2. Moving on, the next item in the list is extra PCI cards. This is a PCI USB 2.0 card, but my motherboard has 6 USB 2.0 cards, 2.0 ports, and it also has a USB 2.0 port on the front, so I'm actually going to delete that. But I did want to talk about extra cards. If your motherboard doesn't have a certain port and you want that port, you can always buy extra cards that have that port, and then just make sure that your motherboard has the slot to put them in. And most cases usually have 7 expansion slots, and if you get a video card, that'll take up one of those expansion slots. If you use extra PCI cards, not PCI, but like those extra port cards, that'll take up one, so you usually have enough room for expansions. Next thing on the list, and probably the most important, is your processor. I'm going to be buying the Intel Pentium G630 Sandy Bridge 2.7 gigahertz processor, and you want to make sure that your processor will work with your motherboard. And this is a LGA 1155 processor, and my motherboard supports LGA 1155. And you also want to make sure your motherboard is either an Intel or AMD motherboard, and this being an Intel chip will work with my Intel motherboard. The next item in my list is the RAM. RAM is random access memory. It's basically how fast your computer will go, like how fast you'll switch from internet site to site, how fast your games will run. 8 gigabytes is normally the standard, like the standard, I guess, for gaming PCs. That's kind of like the lowest you want to have. And a good amount is 16 gigabytes. And my motherboard can hold up to 32 gigabytes of RAM, which I don't plan on ever getting that much RAM. I might upgrade to 16 or 12 gigabytes, but it's starting to where most people have 16 gigabytes, but you'll be fine with 8 gigabytes. And most 8 gigabytes are the two 4 gigabyte sticks, which is anywhere around $50. So the final item on my list is my operating system. I'm going to be running Microsoft Windows 7 Home Premium, the 64-bit OS, and this is this can be the most expensive thing on your list if you don't go all out on a motherboard or video card. This is $100. That is the most expensive thing that I'm going to buy for my PC, which I don't know. I don't understand why it's $100. I don't really like that, but I guess it's something you gotta do. So that is it for part 2. In parts 3 and the rest of the parts, I will be going in depth on each of the products I will be buying. So I hope you guys enjoyed this first 2 parts of this series. You can leave a like or a comment, tell me how I'm doing. So I'll see you guys in the next video.